Right now, fans, we've got another number one contenders match for the tag team titles coming up. There he is from Fat Albert, Frankie Capone, followed by Python with his very lovely valet, whose name I can never seem to remember because I'm always just staring at her when she walks out to the ring. And these guys are going to take on the very popular Quickiemart, who seem to have won about 100 number one contenders matches, but Ron Niemi keeps finding a way to stick new people in their path. I tell you, what are you going to do, Ron, when you run out of wrestlers to stick in their path? Are you going to call a temporary service or something?
As a matter of fact, I think I will. I might as well call Evil Body's temporary services at 727-771-1111. They provide temps for some of the best construction jobs, for catering. I'm sure if I call them, they'll probably provide wrestlers. And with the mullet in there as a referee, I better call them for referee services.
Yeah, you better call them for referee services. In fact, you could call them for valet services, wrestler services. But if you don't want to go that route and sign up with a temp agency, what you should do is come to the Florida WrestlePlex at 727-526-6778. Learn from the best in the state of Florida and start your training today.
Now, you were talking about that young lady whose name you don't know standing at ringside. That's Coral with the most beautiful set of breasts that I've seen in at least one match since Ecstasy was standing at ringside last time. In IPW, we bring out the best women. We bring out the best wrestlers, and if you want to listen to some of the best wrestlers in the entire independent scene, listen to the Steel Cage with Cowhead and Putz on Sports Radio 1010 a.m. The Team every Saturday morning at 11 a.m. till 12. You're not going to hear Quickiemart or their contingent of Mark Zout and Mark Gold babbling. You're going to hear someone like the Hardcore Giant on there, or maybe a monster like Python who just buries a boot into the midsection of, what's his name, Agent Steel, who gets unceremoniously tossed.
What's his name? You act like you don't know who these guys are. These guys are giving the Shane brothers a run for their money like nobody since Mike Sullivan and that guy he used to team up with a long time ago. And as it turned out, in order to get Mike Sullivan to quit getting different partners and beating up the Shane brothers, you had to take him into your fold of 911 Incorporated. Are you going to try to do the same thing with Quickiemart?
Hey, I hate to use an old cliche, but if you can't beat them, join them. And Quickiemart, we've beaten them up and down the East Coast, the West Coast, all over Florida, and this feud promises to rage throughout the country for a long time to come.
Yes, it does, Ron Niemi. They do hold a win outside of IPW over the Shane twins, but when the gold has been on the line, they've never been able to do it. But if they can win this match right here, I really don't think you're going to be able to stick any more teams in their face. You're going to have to go and let them take on the Shane brothers. And from what I understand, if they win this match, they want them in a steel cage.
Now, Python and Frankie Capone, somebody thought that I hired them as mercenaries to take out Quickiemart. Do I look like the type of guy that's going to spend my money to have somebody like Quickiemart injured by mercenaries?
Ron, you look like the kind of guy that would do anything in your power to keep 911 Incorporated on top, especially considering the only gold currently in your faction is held by the Shane twins.
The Shane twins are the best tag team on the independent scene. Forget about IPW. They are dominating wrestling in some of the so-called bigger organizations, and Frankie Capone levels his own partner with a chair.
1, 2, 3. Quickie Mart's coming to get the Shane twins, and we'll be right back in just a moment.